Hello the internet, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite demonetized gambling addict, and today we have another gacha review. Now, even if the channel is demonetized, for those of you who don't know, you can just go check my previous video. We got demonetized in YouTube. Even if the channel is making no money, I will still be posting at least once per day. I enjoy making the videos, I have nothing else to do, and we're still growing our other platforms anyway. If you want to support the content, feel free to do it on Coffee. Today, I bring you a new gacha review for a game that came out yesterday on the global version called Grimgar Tactics. Now, if you have played Darkest Dungeon, they took a lot of ideas from them and then they made them worse by making a gacha. So let me show it to you, the combat, the gacha, some of the systems that make absolutely no sense, and then if I would recommend playing this game or not. That said, before we start, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get started with this review for this game. So first of all, this is a gacha that was out already for a little bit, but the global version came out only yesterday. Global version so far has been decent. I've been enjoying the game. The combat is actually an SRPG. So for example, sort of Cambalaria. So for example, any of these games that we've been playing recently that is turn-based on a grid, right? Pretty good combat, pretty good combat. So we can go into the Act 2. I just unlocked Act 2 yesterday, and we can go into this side mission right here. Now, actually, before we go into a side mission, let me go into a normal campaign stage because I want to show you guys how much currency you get for clearing all of this, right? You get a single right here. Shut up. Hey, don't get about story. So you get a single right here and 5 crystals. You're getting no crystals here. You're getting 6 rubies here. Nothing here. Nothing here. And in here, you're not getting either anything. So as you can see, for clearing all of these things, you're getting 1 single and like 10 rubies. If you were to clear all of the 3 stars in this Act 2, you're not getting crystals either. You're just getting materials. This is important, so we can go later into the gacha. So as you can see, the income for premium currency or for pools, it's awful. It's really, really, really bad. So let me show you guys the combat itself, and then we'll go into everything else. First of all, you bring 5 characters into the battles. Now, it's important to note the little bar with 3 dots at the bottom of each character. So as you can see, my Sorcha has 2 bars or 2 wounds. My other characters have 0, 1, 1, etc. If a character gets wounded 3 times, aka they die 3 times, you cannot use that character anymore. They will have to wait for a few hours before you can use them again. Now you might be thinking, okay, that is a great system to balance around having a stamina in the game. Instead of having a stamina, you put a system where your characters get wounded, but there is also a stamina system. So there is a stamina system, and there is a wound system that will not let you play the game if your characters die. We'll talk about the wound system on a second, because it's quite bad. It's really, really, really bad. And then we'll talk about the characters. You bring 5 characters into the battle, different traits, different skills, the usual tanks, support, debuffers, control units, DPSs, range and melee, etc. Right? Pretty simple stuff. There is plenty of different characters you can play around and build different teams based on factions if you will. Like I was saying, the game is turn-based on a grid. It's an SRPG, and it's pretty decent. Surprisingly, the best thing about this combat is that auto is actually smart. Auto will target the units with elemental advantage. They will also try to use the terrain to their advantages. If there are, for example, barrels that can explode, they will wait, or their skills, they will use them on ways that they can kill multiple units with their skill instead of just one. So auto is actually pretty decent. If you're looking for a game with good auto, this is a great option. The problem with this game, the biggest issue I have is not this. I don't mind the combat. I think it's great because great auto, and if you wanted to play and try hard, you can. The biggest issue I have with this game is the characters themselves, and we'll talk about them in a second when we finish this. As you can see, 2 times the speed and auto, great. Let me finish really quickly, and then we'll go into the characters and the gacha, which is where I start having my issues with this type of game. When I play a gacha game, personally, right, I play for 2 reasons. Account progression long term, a year playing the same game and checking everything I've achieved, pretty cool, and collecting waifus, or at least good looking characters, or at least interesting designs and unique designs. This game doesn't have any of that. So let's start with the gacha, and then we'll go into the hero system itself, and like I was saying earlier, the hospital, right? So if we go to recruit, right, you can see there is plenty of different type of gachas. So let's check the rates on the good banner. This is the good banner, all right? The good banner will give you a mythical unit on a 0.5% on a game that barely gives you any currency. 0.5%. Right? And this is the good banner, legendary 4.5%. If I go into the other normal banner, which is this one right here, the normal recruit, does go back to 0.05% for a mythical character. These games do not learn their lesson. They think they can just do like Raid Shadow Legends and still make the same amount of money or bring in players, because if Raid Shadow Legends is dog shit when it comes to the gacha, we can also be super bad and no one will care. You are not attracting players. If you are not generous and you have these raids, I don't want to play your game, because it's dog shit. And again, it's not like about being aggressive or anything. It's like, why would I play this game, right? When the rates to get a character are at 0.05%. Not only that, the worst part about this gacha, as you can see, when you get a mythical character or a legendary character, as you can see, it's the same. It's a barbarian, enchantress, paladin, blade master, gunslinger, etc. There are not unique heroes. You can get the same character on every single rarity. I can get Citra as a normal, mythical, legendary, or whatever. You can also level them up or ascend them, but this means there is no unique characters per se. The same characters are these ones. There is like 7 characters that can also get random traits. Every time you actually hire someone, they will get random traits. So you're putting a gacha with 0.05% chances, right? Also, but when it comes to animation, pretty cool. A 0.05% chances, and these traits right here, as you can see, they are actually random. So they can get 12, 12, 12 if they get 3 actually bonuses on their stats, or they can get nothing. So it's like, okay, you're giving me, literally the worst possible rates: a 0.5 for a legendary, a 0.05 for one of those characters, and you're telling me that everything I can get is random characters that have, for example, this guy got 3 good traits, right? So we got the blue character that has 3 perfect traits, if you wish, right? As you can see, pretty good, 18, 18, 18. He got max roll, but now he's blue, so you need to keep going. So there is a limit on how many characters you can get. They have randomized traits, and you have to wait to use your characters. If your characters die too much, okay, you need to put them into the hospital. Now, Sefhi, maybe it's not that bad. How long does it take for characters to rest? If you have a mythical character and it dies 3 times, you have to wait 1 day until you can use them again. If you have a legendary character, you have to wait 12 hours until you can use them again. You have a stamina system, a system that prevents me from using my characters, a 0.05% chance of getting the highest rarity, or a 0.5 for the purple ones. What the fuck? This is awful. This is one of the worst I've seen in a while. And it has a great gameplay, because the gameplay, once again, SRPGs are pretty good. I think they're pretty intuitive and allow for a lot of creativity when it comes to playing, because you can usually, like sort of Convalaria, play with low rarity characters. But then you're doing with for the gacha, and then you're barely giving any currency in the campaign. So all in all, I cannot recommend this game right now at all. So just because I don't recommend it, I will always say the same, which is you can try it on your own if you are like, okay, this looks interesting enough, right? Go and try it on your own. But if you're looking for a good hero collector, this is not even a hero collector. This is randomized traits on your characters, so it's even more RNG. Plus, you have to wait to use your characters 1 day if they die 3 times, or you can just instantly recover them. So for example, Sorcha, I can use 4 bandages, and there she goes, she's recovered. Now these bandages, I don't know how you can get them. They are not in the shop right now, but I bet this YouTube channel that they will be on the shop. So, all in all, this is Grimgar Tactics. I can't recommend this game as of right now. Maybe they do change some of this stuff on the gacha, but with those rates, for me, it's dead on arrival 100%. The next video is going to be an actual game that I do recommend, but the company is kind of shady. I know you guys will see. It's a mecha waifu RPG collector. So, all that said, that's going to be for this video. If you like this content, feel free to support me on Ko-fi, because YouTube does not pay me anymore. Have a great day, and see you on the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことです。